and welcome to host Eric's France versus soccer watch party. France versus Austria soccer watch party. Um, we've got two countries. One of them is called France, rhymes with pants. The other one's called Austria, rhymes with Austria. And they're going to be playing each other in a battle of soccer. I earlier watched historically, the greatest upset in the history of the Euros, according to the statistics in terms of FIFA rankings. Number three, Brazil got beaten by Slovakia. And it was not a fluke, okay? Slovakia played them heads up the whole way, really. There's a little stretch during the second half where Belgium looked like the better team, but the rest of the game, you know, they looked like evenly matched squads. Very unimpressed with Belgium. I think that's got to make England feel a lot better. England was pretty unhappy with their performance against Serbia. Uh, but, after seeing Belgium, number three team in the world supposedly, lose to Slovakia today, I think probably England's feeling a lot better about things. It's just my guess. They're like, at least we're not Belgium. So we've got about half an hour to kill before kickoff. I'm sure I'm feeling a little tired. But you know what? That's okay. I believe I can make it. I can make it to a new adventure. I can live again for the first time forever without stopping. Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Happy Monday to you too. Tomorrow, a little someone named Eric will get a little something called his Adderall, be a little something called refilled. And that's going to be exciting for us all of us. But in the meantime, I can just spoon my arm. That's all I can do as I wait. That's all I have available to me. Fortunately, we've got some sports highlights to concern ourselves with, Daniel Barry. Namely, what sport? Soccer. What kind of highlights? The shocking result of Belgium losing to Slovakia. The Slovakians obviously are very happy, understandably so. The Belgians, less so. Probably even potentially the Belgians are unhappy. That's conceivable. You know what I say to Belgium? This is what I'd say to Belgium. Hey, you'll always have waffles. All right, now let's go get some fresh coffee. I made a fresh percolator's worth of coffee today. Rachel won't be up till probably 2. She usually gets up at 2. That's when I take my afternoon nap. So she gets up just to go lie down with me during my afternoon nap, and then we both get up in the evening. Again, she stays up all night. My schedule's kind of all over the place. You know how it goes. A little of this, a little of that. You know what they call Monday? The day of winners. That's right. Because winners love Mondays. Put a little bit of whipping cream into here. I think that's going to help. There we go. Just a spoonful of whipping cream makes the medicine go down. So let's take a look at our new and improved Foyer, as we have 25 minutes left before soccer game. What's different about the Foyer? Let's take a glance and see. What's changed? What new reality do we face? Well, there's no table in the Foyer anymore. Rachel said having a Foyer in the table is bad feng shui. Now, we don't have a Foyer in the table. We do have our shoes by the door. I don't know what the deuce this purified water is supposed to be for, but it shouldn't be here. I'll put this in the doomsday prepping closet, maybe. Hi, MCFCOK. You came for the soccer, but you stayed for the water pudding. So we're going to put this thing of water in our doomsday prepping cave here. There we go. We're just that much more prepped for doomsday now. Let's go, doomsday. Come on. We're almost ready for you. Hold off for another couple of years. Then we'll be ready. At that point, we'll be all prepped out. So, how much better is this feng shui than it was before? A lot better. Why? Because there's no Foyer table here any longer. Which team am I hoping wins? I don't really care. I guess Austria. No, I definitely care a little bit. Austria definitely over France. France, schmantz. You know, they've won plenty. So what used to be the Foyer table is now the kitchen table. The kitchen table will go out and be a deck table. But I haven't moved it all the way to the deck yet. The printer is now over here. That's a fine place for the printer. This PA probably won't stay set up there. So we're going to have a PA set up. I should have it permanently set up. Maybe back here somewhere with the speakers up there, right? That'd be cool. Well, I just floated the idea one day as a notion, and Rachel jumped on it like a starving dog on red meat. She was so into the idea. I didn't realize that for a long time she'd opposed the idea of a Foyer table. But it chose not to mention it, I guess, because I must have said something enthusiastic about the Foyer table, right? Well, once I learned from her the important truth that Foyer tables are bad feng shui, it was just a matter of time until the Foyer table was gone. I will agree it does seem to be better feng shui. No, I can see over there more. Or I can see more over there, really. It's not that I can see over there more. Or why okay? No, those are vitamin B6. These are vitamin B12. I take them because I gave myself neurological damage doing too many whippets. You understand. But I read an article the other day that I need to take some other chemical with it. You can also get from like vitamin stores. called like diflavoblavin or something. Diflavin. I do appreciate it, Casey Jones, yeah. So these ones are B12. They're meltables. So I'm going to get some of that dioflavin or whatever it's called. I messaged my doctor to refill my Adderall. Also messaged his secretary because I wanted to make sure I'd done everything correctly because he, no, not riboflavin. I could figure out what it is easy enough because let's see. It's called this. This is what it's called. The thing I'm supposed to take with vitamin B. It like makes it work much better. It's called that. Here's the article. I'm supposed to take it with vitamin B6 specifically. Here's the article I read. I don't have an OnlyFans, obviously. What do I look like? Jenna Jameson? Well, it's called 7,8-dihydroxyflavone. That's what it's called. 7,8-dihydroxyflavone. Well, the article was in then it had more than one article on it, but this particular one was from neurosciencenews.com. Anyway, this substance inhibits the enzyme pyridoxal phosphatase, enhancing vitamin 6 in nerve cells. So you could get that stuff online. This 7,8 di It's kind of expensive. But I'm not sure exactly where to get it. It seems like it costs about like $90 to get it, but maybe I could get it someplace else cheaper. Like This one says it's the same stuff. It's only $30, but I don't know which one to get. Look, Walmart says it has it for just $30. Is it as good as the other one for $90? How do you know? All right, so this is 60 capsules of how many milligrams per capsule? Well, this other one here, this is 25 milligrams, 120 count for $90. I think the other one is 60 20 milligrams for $30. So 120 times 5, or divided by 4 would be 30. So it's the same price. It's the same price. I might just have to get that stuff. Brad Stover asked a really good question. Eric, what are your thoughts on letting children drive drunk? I think it's bad. I do. Eric, is God even possible? God's as possible as you want him to be, Zach. As possible as you say. I can't find any unbiased RCTs. What do you mean, like double blind studies or something? I don't know what RCTs are, but I believe I believe in whatever random internet thing I read, okay? So I'm inclined to get these things. I have a bit of an obligation, I feel like, to try to fix me and Rachel's neuropathic damage. Since I poo pooed the idea that I'm doing it, I'm buying it. Fuck it. Claim mystery discount. Okay. I got a discount and everything. Just yummy. Okay. I've got my order in for some dihydroxyflavone. I already believe in B vitamins because I can tell the difference in my neuropathy from when I've just like taken some B vitamins versus like 4 or 6 hours later or something. B vitamins don't stay in your system for very long, you know. But anyway, I just bought some dihydroxyflavone, and I will let everybody know what I think about it, how it combines with B6, if, if it's correct what I've read here. It says that basically this stuff inhibits the enzyme pyridoxal phosphatase, which helps B6 work, but basically it improves B6's bioavailability. It makes it so you can take B6 and it works a lot better. Supposedly. We'll find out. I'm just thinking it's going to work better if I combine them, okay? Because supposedly there's an enzyme that inhibits the bioavailability of B6 that's inhibited by this difluca, you know? And so the thing is, I'm a good test subject for this sort of thing because I have actual neurological damage from a severe vitamin B deficiency that was caused by having too much nitrous. I can tell, I can feel the differences, unlike Rachel, who's not conscious enough of that stuff, you know. I know I'm going to pee very yellow pee. That's fine. So, because of our unique situation, namely that I know exactly where my neurological damage came from, it was definitely nitrous. I established this link without any doubt. I also established that even after a long break, if I have nitrous again, I'll feel the neuropathy way worse, you know. Hi, Tel Aviv. Love from Mariposa, California. I wish you well in your troubled part of the world. And I'm sure you're getting a lot of hostility these days. Not from me, okay? I'm not interested in being hostile to anybody. I'm not playing any Putin song, okay? I am kind of hostile to Putin, that's true, but who wouldn't be? Okay? He needs to stop his scooting, that Vladimir Putin. So, lipo, if you are a doctor, let me tell you, you can assure your patients with no uncertainty that, in fact, the linkage between huffing nitrous oxide and neuropathy and permanent nerve damage is very real. However, it's also the case that if you give it some time, it does get gradually better. Okay? It does get gradually better. So, if you have any patients who are like ravers or something and they give themselves neuropathy from, they're not sure where they got it from, ask them, look, have you been huffing nitrous? I have it on good authority from a old head who huffed a shit ton of nitrous that the link is indisputable, that it does cause, you know, permanent nerve damage, etc. And I'm not anti-drugs at all. I just want to spread the word. 'Cause I didn't believe it because I couldn't find a good study to back it up. And the one study I did find was very questionable in its methodology. Winston's mom is gonna. It definitely does. Okay. So anyway, let's pull up the old. I'm gonna try this dihydroxyflavone. I'm gonna try this dihydroxyflavone in combination with some B6 in particular, but also with the B12, and we'll see if I can feel the difference in my neuropathy, because I can feel a difference like in the couple of hours after I take B vitamins, between versus normal, right? I can tell that it's doing some good. So, and I'm not particularly subject. In fact, I'm very much not subject to placebo effect. I've been paying attention to it for a long time now. Like every time I take the B vitamins, yeah, there's the children again. Like, all right, every soccer player, you get issued one child, take it out onto the field, stand by it, and then it'll be taken away from you after that. So we got Austria, we got France. You could call it the battle of countries that didn't resist Germany in World War II. The Austrians because they liked it, the French because they hadn't updated their World War One army. Game's about to start. Take this opportunity to go outside for a second. A little outside time. No place big enough for how I feel. The worst place is the one where you're not near. And I love you more than I can love myself. It's a beautiful day here in the Western Sierra Mountains. Absolutely lovely out. Not too hot yet. Maybe it's not going to get so hot today. It's even cooler down here in the gully. I can smell the water in the stream down below. You can smell when you get close to water in the wilderness. When I come over here and sniff, it smells like water. But I never go down there. Like you think, oh, cool. I'm going to go play on that hill all the time. I'm going to hike down there and I'll see the plants and some some gold and stuff. No, you just go, oh, that hill's way too steep to walk down. That's all you end up doing. When you actually have a hill like that, you spend no time on it whatsoever. You just look down it occasionally. So I don't know if you guys heard. If you're late arriving, let's talk about what we've accomplished already this morning. Rachel informed me of an important truth not long ago, namely that a table in the foyer is bad feng shui. I don't know what the Chinese have to say about a kitty in the foyer, but ginger and vitamin B, huh? The hill's name is No Sandals, No Wi-Fi. Excellent, Cameron. Excellent. Excellent work there. So now we don't have a foyer table, and our feng shui has gone up by like 6 points. All right, so Austria has kicked it off against France here. One team's flag is horizontal, the other team's flag is vertical. Nobody knows what's going on. Cats and dogs living together. Ferris tablets. What are Ferris tablets? Is that like tablets you can pick up with a magnet? Oh, iron. I guess it is tablets you can pick up with a magnet. It's a good idea, Cameron. Come inside for a little bit of a YouTube/bong break. Well, France is looking lively to start this game off. No, I'm just growing outside, I think. I'm not going to bother with any kind of lights. If I didn't smoke weed, I'd never rest, says Cameron. I wish I could say that. I seem to rest regardless. Watch out for sentiment paint cans. Well, I don't have. Oh, good try, Austria. No, that was actually. Whose goal is that? Oh, that's the Austrian goal. Never mind. Austria did a good job of knocking it away, but it was actually France's opportunity. You know what? One of the problems is, Ruben R, is that as people finally get some relief from their cluster headaches, most cluster headache patients report beginning to get cluster butt aches instead. So it goes basically headache, then butt ache, and then after that you start to feel fine. But you got to take vitamin H for the headaches, vitamin B for the butt aches, vitamin D for the dick aches, because guys also will get those. And then finally, it'll go away and you'll be cured. Butt crack reveal. Cameron's been opening child-proof bottles for his mother since he was 8. And it sounds like they were Cameron's mother's proof bottles. Well, the trash has come and gone. So I finally have room in my trash cans again. What are LSA containing seeds? I'm going to Google it, Ruben. Instead of just asking you, I'm going to Google it. How similar is LSA, morning glory seeds, to LSD? Though eating morning glory seed flowers may not be directly toxic in large enough quantities, this consuming seeds can lead to diarrhea and hallucinations. The Hawaiian baby wood rose plant. Hmm. Hmm. Well, that seems like not a bad idea. I've heard of worse ideas than that before. Vitamin B, uh, it it does have a notable impact on you. It's weird. It is very temporary as well. Your body seems to go through a go through it pretty quickly. Like it doesn't last very long, but it definitely makes a difference. I can tell the difference, and I'm not like I. My inclination is always to say bullshit on vitamins. Vitamins are just bullshit. That's just my gut response to everything about that. I have to say, vitamin B, a little bit different. So, France playing Austria here. In the last game of the day for UEFA Euro 2024, which is the European version of like the World Cup, just with the European teams. France, ooh, close, close. Mbappe, who's definitely one of the best, one of the best players in the world. B12 beer. I've not had any B12 beer, but Lipo says schizophrenics definitely react to medication differently. Methylcobalamin. Anyway, I bit the bullet. I spent the money to get this diohyopyopio, and we're gonna mix it with some B vitamins, and we're gonna see if it improves our neuropathy. DNP. It stands for do not possessitate. Do not pussify. It's a label fathers have put on their sons, yeah. Do not possessitate. What is dexamethasone slash canalog? My dad gave me strict instructions before he, without telling me this was what was going to happen exactly, but he told me, like, do not resuscitate. He had a do not resuscitate order and posted up in the house. And then when he was lying there on the ground dying, what do I try to do? I try to give him chest pumps and stuff. That's resuscitation. But you know what? I never had really understood exactly what resuscitation is, except to bring somebody back. I didn't really think about what the specifics of it were. Ardexa? You know what? I think they should prescribe for your headaches, Rubenar, meth. Just straight up meth. I think they should prescribe you street meth for it. Sorry, we don't want you to get the prescription kind of meth. You need to get street meth and smoke a bunch of it. Anemia. Anemia. That was a Van Halen style song. What do you do for a living? Do you have any good advice for getting a good job? I don't have any job advice right now. Given the state of affairs with AI and stuff, who knows what's gonna exactly be marketable skills in which contexts, etc. Things are changing. The landscape of things are changing. I used to be a competition flow debate coach. I'm retired now. Toby Craig. Retired and living off an inheritance. Steroids aren't just for sports medicine, Lightbo. They're also for inhalers. And that's one to grow on. Well said, Eric. Well said. Well said. Well demonstrated. I think maybe my albuterol has steroids in it. I mean, that would explain why my lungs are so strong, right? That explains it. That's right. I'm the doctor now, Lightbo. I'm the doctor. I just explained why my lungs are so strong. It's because I've been juicing. I've been juicing my lungs with steroids. Thanks, WebMD. Austria. Making some progress into the French defense area. Oh, they didn't quite get that pass there. Let's go, Austria. I've visited your country. I've never visited France. Magnesium's just an urban myth, Ruben R. There's no such thing as magnesium. When will you stop believing their lies? Oh, well, long term harm, miracle now. That's my kind of drug, Light Bo. That's my kind of deal. I'll take that deal any day. What specialty of medicine did I go into? Uh, Fun, drugs, and substances that are fun. That's my specialty. All right. That and making your lungs extra strong with steroids. Those are my two specialties. Lung sports medicine plus anything that gets you high. Fun drugs and stuff that gets you high. That's where I got my MD in. Oh, fun drugs and substances that are fun. Yes, that's my specialty. That is my specialty. Uh-oh, here comes the yellow card. Somebody got yellowed. Oh, that doesn't deserve a yellow card. That doesn't even deserve a foul. Yeah, I did my internship at Johns Hopkins. That's where I did my internship. It was a 22-year internship at Johns Hopkins. But now my specialty is also trying to fix some of the problems caused by fun drugs and drugs that are fun and substances that are fun. That's why I'm taking the B vitamins and stuff. It's also the case that another one of my specialties these days has become constipation and regularity. What's the least fun drug? Well, one drug that is definitely not fun is mescaline. Yeah, well, they could see I had a little bit more medical talent than you, Lipo. They said, in fact, they told me they chose me specifically over specifically you. That if it hadn't been for me, you would have gotten in. So, sucks to be you. I did. I stole your spot. I stole your spot. They said they needed more straight, white, middle aged males in the program. So they chose me. Apparently, we were underrepresented. Let's go. Let's go. Excitement. France is trying to make it exciting. They're running down the field with all the spirit of France in their heart. They look like the flying Eiffel Towers. Cats, pea kitty is the greatest drug God ever made. The interviewer was an old white man. Wow, that explains it. Yeah. He said, these hallowed halls of medicine are getting clogged with the thick and sultry fumes of estrogen. We need to get some of these ladies out of here. Have I ever tried the Indonesian dish Rika Rika? No, I never have. I've never tried it. Is it a fun drug or substance that is fun? I don't think so. Watch out, Austria. All right, now it's your turn to try to get some offense going. Have I tried Russian plov? No, what's Russian plov? Let me Google it. Russian plov. Oh, it's beef rice pilaf. Okay, well, good to know. I've never tried it. I have tried. I have tried borscht. No. How did the soccer game go? Well, I'm currently watching Austria versus France. So far, it's 0-0. Austria is looking outmatched, but you know they're holding on for the moment. One of those things. Plov. I like the name of it. It's a good like Scrabble word. Plov. Plov. Pierogies. Also potentially a good Scrabble word. Putin loves plov. All right, well, that doesn't really tell us anything about Putin or plov. Give me 1 out of 10 for the borscht. Uh, at least a 7, maybe even an 8. I've been to Russia, you know. I've been to Moscow and St. Petersburg before. So I had a lot of pickles while I was there too. I drank a lot of vodka and ate a lot of pickles. The pickles were like chasers for your vodka in Russia. Back when I went, which was, like maybe 95, 96 or something like that, uh, it was not that long after they tore down the Berlin Wall, not that long after all that stuff. So, they just had like these vodka kiosks on the street where you just walk down the street and there'd be a guy standing in front of like a table with a bottle of vodka and like a shot glass that you could just, or like a paper shot glass, and you just buy a shot of vodka while walking down the street. Strange, right? They have like, I also have this the other kind of people that sold something like that on the street in Moscow. What they sold was called hot meat pie. I don't remember the Russian word for it, but it translated to hot meat pie. And my friend Will, who was from America but lived in Russia and spoke Russian, I was staying with him. He told me, "Don't ask what meat it is." Who knows what meat it is? That's what I was told. You don't get to know what meat it is. It's just hot meat pie. But I ate a lot of them. I never had any problems. What kind of meat could it be? I don't know what kind of meat it was, but they all tasted fine to me. Memories of Russia. But I also remember very vividly just like having my mind blown walking into Red Square. The snow's falling. I'm seeing St. Basil's Cathedral over there, which is this really small old school church that they kept preserved there or what have you. It was kind of mind blowing. Hi, Rosalind Pierce. Do you want to visit Russia today? No, not anymore. I did when I wanted to go. It was, I was not that long out of college and I had a good job, but I still lived at home. So I was just kind of accumulating money and wanted to do something fun. And I went to visit my friend Will in Russia. You know what's mind blowing to you? Spinach and artichoke dip. I don't blame you for that. Yes, I have been to Tennessee. I've been, for example, to Dyersburg, Tennessee. Have you ever been to Dyersburg, Tennessee? Uh, yeah, my favorite pickles are pickled cucumbers, but I have homemade my own pickles before. I don't think I do it quite as well as, say, Nathan's. I like the Nathan's pickles that I get at the store. I like Clausen pickles as well. So I don't think my homemade pickles are as good as my favorite kinds of pickles, but I, regardless, do prefer pickled cucumbers over pickled anything else. I used to go to a restaurant called Tops in LA. It's in Arcadia in Pasadena. And um, they had quite delicious pickled carrots. So it's possible to have good pickled something else. You live close to Portland, Oregon? Hmm. One of our regulars who we visited in Portland, Oregon, lives in Portland, Oregon. Hello, sir. I have one son. What is a father's responsibility to a son? I mean, father's responsibility is to love and nurture their child, regardless of whether it be a girl or a boy. And to, affirm their child in who their child is, not in who they want their child to be. I think that's important. Come on, Austria, get your heads out of your asses. Austria is not really playing that great of a game here against France. France is looking like the better squad. They're looking faster, looking more explosive, more dangerous. They're looking like they don't want to get Belgiumed because Belgium got totally Slovakia'd by Slovakia. When you get shawarma, you get pickled carrots on the side. I did not know that. Fried pickles are very delicious. I agree. So yeah, Rachel and I have been to Portland. We visited somebody from the channel in Portland, somebody named Lou. She's around here sometimes. Let's go, Austria. I've visited your country. I've never visited France. I went skiing in Innsbruck, Austria. The skiing wasn't great, but the town was very, very cute, you know. Actually feeling kind of like sleepy. Maybe I just go lie down or whatever. And I took some B vitamins. Figured, now I'll put off my nap till 2 o'clock or whatever. You're gonna lose connection with me for about 30 seconds here. There you go. There you go. I'm back. I'm better than ever. You were scared, but you didn't have any reason to be so scared. It turns out it wasn't that big of a deal. Bought me, you know, Rubenar, have you seen my video entitled Bon Me G Kali or whatever it's called? I'm going to find it for you. Yes, Bon Me Chi Kali. Yeah, it's the best food deal for you and me. Yeah, it's the best food deal for you and me. It's the best eating your 4 sandwiches plus packing every day for less than $10. Banh Mi Chi Kli is located near the corner of King Edward Boulevard and Los Angeles / Main Street. I think it's still Los Angeles. South. From there. This is the story of Banh Mi Chi Kli. The food's fantastic. It's ridiculously cheap. And so, I'm sure it's not that cheap anymore. Anyway, that's the story of Banh Mi Chi Kli. And it's the story, it's kind of all of our story, isn't it? You'd probably run that as an ad if you owned Banh Mi Chi Kli, right? Well, I don't know if they ever saw it or not. I just made it because I was like, wow, Banh Mi Chi Kli, you are impressing the living F out of me with your cheap food deal. That was 9 years ago, keep in mind. Chica Lee. She's half Mexican, half Asian, all sexy. That's Chica Lee's tagline. Oh, sí, I am Chica Lee. I want a bowl of rice. She talks like a Mexican, but eats like a Chinese woman. Here, light bow. If you want to do that, you're going to need to be made a moderator. I'm going to let you be a moderator temporarily so you can post a link. Then after you're done, I'm going to unmoderate you. All right, so don't get too attached to your moderator status. I don't do moderators anymore. But since you have a legitimate reason, go ahead. Now you'll be able to post links. Go ahead and post your links. Post your links to your little heart's content, all right? Both you and little Cassius Clay's little hearts. Both of them. So they're both content. Oh, watch out, Austria. France is looking dangerous. But with 30 minutes elapsed in the first half, no score on the board. Oh, quit your rolling around. Oh, why did you not call a foul? He broke my leg. You whiny Frenchie, just knock it off. France is looking a lot better than Austria, I must say. There you go, Ruben R. There you go. You're welcome, Lightbow. Now, Ruben R., you can finally get your headaches cleared up. I believe I already taught you how to do it on some other stream of mine. I explained it actually requires a special pattern of acupressure like this. Something like that. There's a specific pattern you have to push. And that unlocks, ego death. It unlocks sudden ego death. What's wrong with Joe? He had sudden onset ego death. Well, I'm just vocalizing the sounds it looks like I'm not making those sounds. Those are just the beeps that my head makes when I push it. Those are the sounds that my head makes when I push on it. So I finally went over to the other house last night and I got your trash. And I took it back to my house and I said, "Take it away, trash man. Take it away." And the trash man has gone away now. So I finally have 4 empty trash cans again. How exciting for me. Watch out. Oh! So close. So close. So close. Austria almost had a goal there. Well done, Austria. Well done. Oh wow. Oh yeah. That's a corner kick. They can't say that's a goal kick. That's definitely a corner kick. That's definitely, and it was almost went in, even though it was blocked by the goalie. Oh, so close, Austria. And what? How did that? What they call that a goal kick? Bullshit. That should never have been a goal kick. I'm offended. All right. I went to Johns Hopkins University for my training in fun drugs and substances that are fun. William, that's where I learned these things. That's where I learned the important medical treatments that I provide other people with. The Chinese solved this problem decades, millennia, billions of years ago when they invented acupressure. That's how classical music was invented as well. Somebody was doing acupressure on themselves and it played some classical music. It was like that, you know. And that's where classical music came from. Oh, France scoring off the set piece. Looks to be an own goal, perhaps. I'm no expert in goals and ownness, but looks to be. hmm Specifically, that's how, I know this isn't classical music, but that's how the song Oklahoma was written. I'm coming later. I'm in the hospital right now. My nephew swallowed a 512 gigabyte memory card and he's singing all the songs on it. We're praying and hoping it doesn't reach the video folder. But anyway, that's how Oklahoma was written. So the French take a 1-0 lead. The Austrians are looking dismayed. They're looking like, oh, that sucks so much. But they're saying, maybe we can hope, maybe we can dream. Maybe we can paint ourselves a pretty scene. We're Austria. That's what they're saying. That's what they're thinking. There you go, Austria. Austria making a little. What? What? Who? Why? What? Stop being cheater pantses, cheaters. Soccer is like the cheateriest sport of all, I think. Um, France with the throwing in of the ball now, and they've kicked it away to the Austrians, but way upfield. All right, Austria, it's your turn to shine. Austria's got the ball. They're trying to make their way upfield. They're trying to score a soccer goal for their country and their team. Unfortunately, that bad pass isn't going to do it as the French defender ushers it over the end line away from Maximilian Vauber, who is guilty of the own goal that put France up. It was an own goal, but it was off of a sharply struck corner kick by France. It says an own goal in name only. Really was the result um, of a good French effort rather than ineptitude on the part of the Austrian. So the Austrians have a corner kick of their own now. They're going to try to seize this opportunity. It's not me. No, I'm not Shaq. But there have been a lot of interesting questions raised lately about whether I am possibly the love child of Jane Strauss and Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Had a big France. Well, I'm not hating on France. I'm just rooting for Austria because I tend to root for the underdog, you know. And France is definitely the overdog here. Lou Alcindor, a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a um, NBA center who played for the Lakers. Same time that Larry Bird and Magic Johnson played. Why is he named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Oh, he's like Cassius Clay. You know, Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali. Well, Lou Alcindor changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But what I'm saying is that in 1970, when my mom became pregnant, he was Lou Alcindor. He was not yet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, accordingly, as his love child, I would be Eric Alcindor. I wouldn't be Eric Abdul-Jabbar. So, just keep that in mind. I don't look very much like my dad, my so-called dad. And I'm taller than either of my purported biological parents. That makes sense if my regular sized mom were crossed with Lou Alcindor. Now, sure, I don't look especially dark skinned. And sure, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar / Lou Alcindor was a so-called black person. But minor details, I'm saying, minor details. It's quite plausible that Lou Alcindor was in LA in July of in July of Miagity Meow. $1970. So Austria is saying maybe we should up our game a bit. Maybe we should up our ante. Oh, oh, come on, Austria. Yes, Lou Alcindor became Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he became Muslim, just like Cassius Clay became Muhammad Ali when he became Muslim. But in July of 1970, he was not yet Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was still Lou Alcindor. And that is when it would have to be that he had an affair with my mother if, in fact, I were to be his love child. It's not inconceivable. My mom would have been 34. He would have been just like 26 or something. But, he liked older ladies, maybe. It's plausible. It doesn't explain why I'm so bad at basketball, though. That's the one thing I'm confused about in this whole equation. I should be better at basketball. Are there only certain names you can choose when you turn Muslim? I'm not sure how that works, actually. Seems like they, you know, Kareem Abdul Jabbar, well, Muhammad Ali, those are at least 5 different names right there, and just the 2 people I can think of. So obviously, you have more than just Muhammad to choose from. The ladies change their names too? Who knows? Nobody does. It's a mystery. All the world around, no one knows. um, Austria did not take it that hard. Come on. Austria had a reasonably okay first half. Could have gone worse. I don't know if you heard Alex R.A., but our feng shui of our home was messed up. And it was because this table is now here, was in the foyer. We got a little bit of a coffee spill there, as you can see. And what you may or may not know, but I'm going to teach you now, is that having a table in the foyer is bad feng shui. Why did I come in here? Oh, I know why. I know why. I came to get a little something I like to call a trash bag. So, our foyer used to be spoiled, befouled, you could say, defiled, perhaps, by a table right here. Used to be. Not any longer, thanks to Eric's Industrious Monday. Welcome to Eric's Industrious Monday. A day when Eric demonstrates the kind of industriousness that's made him a hero all the world around. That's right. Heroic levels of industriousness today on Eric's Industrious Monday. It's halftime of the soccer game. So what do we do? What are we doing? Are we just sitting around and pulling balls? No. We're making progress on tasks that need to be attended to. Things like put new bag in trash can. Things like scoop new poop into trash can. Thanks for the new poop, kitties. I'm always looking for something worthwhile to do on Eric's Industrious Mondays. And look at this, everybody. This level of industriousness, which had not been seen since the Industrial Revolution, is all being accomplished on zero amount of Adderall. Zero amount. It's the lowest amount you can get. Okay. You're like, oh, okay, Eric, you've done too much. You've done too much already. You're being too industrious. Fair enough. But not fair enough. Why? Because it's time to bring even more industry to the table. We're going to walk all the way up here to the street. Okay. Step one of the Industrial Revolution. Check. We're going to fix our sign, everybody. We're going to fix our sign. There. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're cooking with biscuits. There. Okay, next. We've got not one, not two, not three, but 4 trash cans. Okay? I know. There's no place to go but down now when I get Adderall. There we go. All right. So we got some mail, and that was nice. We didn't get any mail. It was nice. I like getting the mail and not getting any mail. Those are the things that I like. So, all right. I'm going to leave you there for a second so that we can carry all of our trash cans at one time. I've got trash cans, I've got music. All right, we ready? We're ready. Let's go down the hill. Here we are. Now I'll need to grab these. These are lids, sometimes called trash can lids. We'll put these lids on the pusher so I can carry all the lids at once while also carrying the camera. Oh! Dead lizard. Not quite dead lizard. Okay. The lizards like to go inside the garage because it's cool in there for them, you know. Well, we've had a wonderful time. We've gotten so much accomplished today here on Eric's Industrious Monday. We're really putting the cat in the pigeons now. Okay. Let's go back inside now. We've accomplished so much by doing so little, and that really says a lot. All right, we're going to put a little bit of the old soaparoo on the hands. Why? Well, because we were touching garbage cans, which probably have garbage on them. And we don't want to get garbage on our hands. If we do, then people might tease us by saying, garbage hands, you're such a garbage hands. We don't want to make ourselves vulnerable to that kind of taunting. No one loves being taunted. Oh, my crack is showing? I'm sorry about that. But you know, into every life a little crack must show. That's the old saying. Including yours. All right, Buster. No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time for a blinker. Oh, the blinker police are here. I think it might be time for some food, actually. Mr. Blinker, he's barely not here anymore. He's like pretty much here all the time. Push-ups, sit-ups, running ta-da. That's me. It's just my daily routine. Push-ups, sit-ups, running. Ta-da! Wrong answer. Time for a blinker. I'm not blinking any blanks today, blinkies. All right? I'm not blinking any blanks. I will pull a ball. But, sometimes life's best lived unblinked. Uni House says, Allez les blues. Who are the real blues? Are they the French or are they the Azores of Italy? Well, I can tell you this much. At halftime, up by a score of 1-0, France has looked way better than England did up 1-0 at half. Way more successful. Guy, I'm pleased to know that, and I believe you 100,000%. If your vape don't blink, do you just keep inhaling? That's supposedly how it works, yes. John Mayer, hey. By the way, I don't think the French government's racist. All right? They're in favor of a free and civil society and the habits thereof. And that's acceptable and ordinary. I'm going to blink my blinkers. Hi, John Mayer. Welcome back. That's much the same story as how I discovered the moon, Guy, by the way. Your butt is a wonderland? Your butt is a wonderland, and I'm gonna feast thereupon. Your butt is a land of honey and mustard, but is a land of milk and wonder. Your butt is a wonderland. Oh, your body is a wonderland. I couldn't see it because the heart was behind the last word in the chat. Your body is a wonderland. What qualities does a wonderland have anyway? Just any land that makes you wonder? There's a lot, Oakland really makes me wonder, but I wouldn't want anyone to compare my body to it. Wow, he's got a real cut on his head. Congratulations. You actually have an actual injury in soccer. Call the presses. Somebody actually who's pretending like they got hurt is actually hurt for once. So, here in the second half of this game, with a planned live stream duration existing until the end of this game, so about 40 more minutes or so, it's not been the most thrilling game in the world, but it's been a lot better than, say, the boring England-Serbia game, which was quite boring. Austria looking to grab a goal back, maybe try to pull a draw out of this whole equation with the French, but the French are kind of on their back foot. Yeah, I do support England. I I'm rooting for England to win the Euros, but they did not look like they were in any condition to do so yesterday. They looked just not very good. Dorney has a good chance this year. Who's Dorney? I don't know who that is. Is he the English manager? Oh, Dorney, the fictional country in Game of Thrones. Oh, well, I'll tell you who looks like they got a good shot this year. That's right, Slovakia. They looked very stout in their competition against the Belgians earlier today. Mm. The E is silent. Dorn, huh? Rachel will be cross with me if I smoke all of her concentrate. Do you love a team enough to go see them in the World Cup? No. I don't generally like to go see sporting events live, but I would like to go see another Oakland A's game this year. I just hit Rachel's THC vape, concentrate vape, a bunch of times. I might hit it a few more. But in between, I'll pull a barn rip for sure. Yeah, let's pull an afternoon rip. I mean, I am ramping up towards my afternoon nap following this game, so it's a good idea. Let's go, Austria. Don't be such a schmaustria. If you die before you say your name, sir, I will hunt you through all seven hells. You ever go hardcore and do an all dayer, no naps? Ooh. I get up pretty early, like Bo, so that's the thing is, I almost certainly will do that starting tomorrow when I get my Adderall, you know. And I'll go through a period of time without taking my naps. It's bad. It's not good for me. I get a sleep deficit, you know. I need to sleep, then sleep some more, then sleep some more. You know, that's my way. My Adderall was originally prescribed by a general practitioner, but now I got a psychiatrist, yeah. Now I got the same doctor as Rachel. He's great. He doesn't take any insurance. You got to pay him out of pocket, but accordingly, you get good care. Insurance is horrible for good care because it takes it removes the accountability from the doctor, right? market forces are important in successfully implementing medical care because you need patients who expect results because they paid for them, you know? Well, France has control of the ball again here in the 54th minute. And I'd like to see Austria score. Qatar is sometimes called the Quebec of the Middle East. Why? Because they both start with Q. Good point, Eric, says everybody. Good point. Qatar really is the Quebec of the Middle East. Coleslaw in Qatar is called coleslaw. That's a good joke, like though. You know what? I'm giving you a wonder point for that joke. Congratulations, you earned it. If you'd like, I'm going to make just this one wonder point transferable so when your son is born, you can give him the wonder point if you want. Normally, they're non transferable. But this is my baby shower present to you. Okay? 'Something tells me I'm into something good. You know what? I'm going to eat this. Baked with sweet and sour chicken. A little bit sweet, a little bit sour, a whole lot of chicken. Four minutes. And a whole lot of nitrogen in my sweet and sour chicken? Is that what you're saying? I don't know how much nitrogen there is in it. I haven't checked. I haven't used my nitrogen counter on it. Let's go, Austria. You've got a corner kick. I'm a guitar dude. Yeah, for sure. I'm in favor of Qatar keeping its cue. Some people oppose it. I'm in favor. Say, let them have their cue. Quit being unpleasant about it, you know. Just let Qatar have a cue. Quebec's got one. And everyone says, yeah, but they're qua. That's acceptable. There always has to be a U after Q. Say, just, it's fine. Just let them not have a U after their Q. That's what I say. But I've been known to be, tolerant, liberal like that. I see the advertisement for your airways in the background of this soccer game right now. In fact, nation of Qatar. Apparently, you have over 170 destinations worldwide. You know who else has a queue? It's an airline. Qantas. Do they still exist? Weren't they the Australian airline? Is that still a thing? Or are they the last, or is Qatar Airways the last bastion of Q in the airline industry? I'm sure it's very nice. I'm sure it's very nice. So, 60 minutes in, France clings to its 1-0 lead. There's a lot of substituting and nonsense going on. It's a kind of herky-jerky flow of play here in this game, which doesn't make for the most entertaining soccer, obviously. But here comes the pass to the Austrians. They're going to try to make their way up and try to score a goal to tie the game against the heavily favored French. And they are making some progress, but not really getting a good look at goal. Yeah, soccer, it depends on the game. Some soccer games are really exciting, and some are pretty boring. This one's on the boring side, but the previous game I watched earlier today, which was Slovakia versus Belgium, was actually quite an exciting game. Right, Austria, the other German meat. Okay, microwave. God, you're so bossy. The microwave's bossing me around again. I need it to stop. 100-inch TV. That's pretty big. I wonder how big my TV is. If it's not 100 inches, now I'm thinking it's too small. There. You know what I'm gonna do what I've done before with this, which I've liked. Splash a little bit of the old soy sauce onto here. Just a sprinkling. Just a sprinkles. There. Just a sprank's worth of soy sauce is going to be a spark of flavor my taste buds will really celebrate. A spark of extra flavoring. Well. 1-0 still. So nothing happened while I was gone, apparently. What car do I like? I like my car just fine. It's a Mini Cooper Countryman. Thanks, Alex R.A. Big sneezes for little Eric. All right, let's try this. Let's try this on for size. I believe Arnold's Austrian. Well, that's good. It's good. It's filled with flavor. I think I should get a beverage. Like, certainly I like the Mini Cooper better than the Nissan Versa that we got as a rental car. Yep, my dad did race cars. Way back in the day. Yeah. No. He raced Mini Coopers in Europe back in the 60s. I could show you a picture. Easily enough. See, like, here's one of the car races that he raced in. It's called the Rally de Printemps 1965. And as you can see, my dad's the driver. The other guy is his navigator. This is my dad. Here they are racing in the snow. Here they are racing like that. Another thing interesting about my dad was he worked for the Ford team at the Le Mans that's featured in that Ford versus Ferrari movie. But he refused to see that movie because he liked the character that was made out to be the villain in that movie. In fact, that guy offered him a job working for Ford, but he would have had to move to Michigan. that's why I think I was the love child of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in part. And my dad was pretty cool. They're both dead. It's a joke. It's fine. Relax. Maybe I wouldn't be so inclined to make that joke if they were still alive. But my dad also played in the Army Jazz Band. And this is an authentic poster from his Army Jazz Band playing days. This was, I don't know what year. It doesn't really say on there. But it was around the same time, you know, in the 60s, mid 60s. I left my beer in there. So, what did you get typed as? INFJ, huh? Same quadrant. No, not wow. I typed in my STP. Lightbus says I'm an ENFJ. So is Ruben R. Well, I'm rooting for Austria because they're the underdog. Well, it's the same for functions. It's just ISTP has TI first, then SE, then NI, then FE. And an INFJ has NI first, and then FE, and then TI, and then SE. I mean, I don't know where anybody's really intuiting that Sean's FE second, but you know, our intuitive conclusions about those sort of things are specious anyways, so. Oh, nice play, France. I gotta give you props for that. That was a nice looking play. Pow, bad shot though. No, I'm not gonna be gay for any of my money, okay? I'm happily married to my beloved, beautiful wife, Rachel. So in the Group D live standings, you'll end up, if things finish as they do, right, as they are now, you'll end up with Netherlands and France, both favorites, winning as expected. Poland and Austria, losing as expected. Is that a hookah? This is a nicotine vape that I'm using to quit smoking cigarettes, which has been, I don't know. I can feel how much like healthier my lungs are. Like I don't get winded as fast, etc. At the same time, it's certainly the case that I miss peace to you too, cheese to soggy. That I miss them, but that's life. It's been a while since I've quit now. I still miss them every day. Acacia, she's got on the mark Groucho marks. Got the Groucho marks going. I don't find these things very satisfying, but they do have nicotine in it, and I guess that's sort of better than nothing. Yeah, if that is really you, Acacia, how do we know when you're wearing that disguise? It's the Gregory, huh? Sean L says, and dust. Within 3 months, you'll be coughing and wheezing less. Your immune function and circulation to your hands and feet will be improving. Your lungs will be getting better at removing mucus and tar. Well, I mean, I could tell kind of right away some of these benefits of quitting smoking cigarettes. These things, I don't know what to make of this really. I don't know how bad it is for you or not. I hit it a lot differently than I hit cigarettes when I smoke cigarettes. Like, a lot of times I'll just hit this into my mouth, but then there'll be other times when I'll sort of just hit it like without really thinking about it that much. But then generally when I hit this into my lungs, it's kind of like a planned event. Like I'll inhale most of my air, most of my lungs full of air, and then go like that. Eric, should I be a party pooper and say how bad it is? Well, I mean, I think you should be responsible and say the jury's pretty much still out. It depends on a lot of different factors. Vaping's kind of, it's undetermined as to how bad it is. Is it better than smoking cigarettes? Well, I don't know, right? It may end up being worse. I think by and large, the negative health impacts of smoking cigarettes are overstated. There's this whole like health Nazi shit going on. No, I mean, it definitely is the case that the dangers of vaping are not yet determined. It hasn't been in place long enough. So things like that require long-term studies. There are certain specific instances of certain specific vape oils and stuff that have caused certain harms, but there's a whole bunch of different Well, I mean, by and large, all those respiratory things, I don't have a lot of faith in the medical community, to be honest about that stuff. You know, not a lot of government sponsored studies and stuff that you can't. Right. Exactly. What Sean says. The thing about lung cancer specifically is you have to be predisposed to getting it genetically for most cases. That's why some people get it after 1 year and most never get it no matter how many years. I think the linkages between COPD and smoking are much more legit, right? They're much more legit. But remember that they used to say that smoking caused throat cancer. They don't say that anymore. Why? Because they found out what actually caused it. So let's keep that stuff in mind when we remember that there are powerful vested interests um, trying to demonize cigarettes and make them into the devil, right? Anything that people want to do that's potentially pleasant or fun, people want to demonize it. So when you've got health Nazis who think, as long as I can show any possible health benefit or harm, then we should look up right above you, William. And Jonathan Earl has identified the cause of it. Well, I mean, somebody's already tried to tell you what you should eat when you're pregnant, even though you should listen to your body and not some other human being. Well, I mean, actually, you can't. Like, Bo, it's basically impossible for you to listen to your own body because you're an ENFJ. If you're right about your type, you don't know how to listen to your own body. You're just like, I need, there's something wrong with my walking. I'm not sure what's going on. I need a x-ray to discover I have a broken leg. That's you and your relationship with your body if you're really an ENFJ. Something I like to say to people is that other people don't have to suffer the consequences of the advice they give you. Yeah, is wine good for you this week or bad for you this week? I'm trying to cut down on the sugar actually. I'm starting to buy into certain shit I used to think was bullshit. Like sugar. I should just say, I just eat as much sugar as you want, whatever about that. I'm not, you know, weighty, so I'm not gonna have any problem with diabetes or anything. But yeah, I can tell I'm already getting like insulin resistant or whatever because I really ate so much sugar when I quit drinking alcohol.
Hi, handsome.
Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just gonna get some clothes.
Good idea. Did I ride on dinosaurs in childhood?
No.
I like that question. Do you notice
No.
what's missing, Rachel? Did you notice what's missing?
No.
You're looking the wrong direction.
Am I supposed to be here? Oh my god! Oh my god, it looks so good. outside?
Well, it's out here right now. I have to move it over there still. But I will move it.
Warehouse and many tables.
Yeah.
It looks great though. I like it. It's better feng shui.
That's what I was telling the live stream. I was explaining to them that foyer tables are bad feng shui.
Yeah, they are. They say anything in the foyer is bad feng shui.
Okay, I keep that in mind. So, View Steady asked me, did I ever ride on a dinosaur in childhood?
Oh.
And Jonathan Earl says, that depends. Does your mom count as a dinosaur? Lightbow agrees with you entirely that, in fact, foyer tables are bad. Things in foyers are bad. So now we've got an empty foyer. The only thing we do have in the foyer is our shoes. But you'll notice I moved that thing of water away. It was there in the foyer for a long time. That's the kitchen.
Yeah, where's all the stuff that was on the foyer table?
It's behind you on the table in the dining room.
Oh, it's not even that bad. It's just paper.
And then the printer I put right here.
That's good.
And there's a box that's got a lamp in it, which is over here. And then there's the box which has knives in it, which I put in the kitchen. Go Austria! Go Austria! Go, 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 Austria!
Thank you so much. It's so great. You did so much stuff.
Thanks. I know I'm winning a prize.
You are winning a prize. Oh no.
He's fine. Don't ever feel bad for any soccer player. They're always faking, even if they have a legitimate reason.
Do you mind if maybe eventually I put a chair back over there just because I sit when washing?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll bring a chair back in.
Meow meow.
Or you just get it from outside right now if you want.
Meow.
Cat's just like, finally somebody's gonna be maybe paying a little better attention to me because
Good boy.
Eric's not been very cooperative this morning. True, I've not been very cooperative. Alright, now France is in the full-on fake being hurt time. That's what we've done. Okay, sure. Let me take you in and show you so you can see. Okay, you got a bunch of blood on you. You're still faking it, even with all that blood. See?
He's like used to it.
He was mad when I took out the other
Did
table.
really?
Oh, yeah.
We're getting a lot of meows.
I was getting just so many meows.
Oh my god.
And I put it on the floor, and he was just like not having that at all.
Oh my god, really? So the floor's not an option for trouble.
Correct. There you go.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. It's good for him too, right?
He doesn't really need it anymore because he's not hurt, but
Yeah. He likes to. He likes to. Go, go, go.
go
Oh.
get your kitty.
There you go. He is the good boy magic. This until he
Sure.
is that too close.
Whatever you want to do, darling. It's up to you, however you want it. Oh my God. So you got a bloody nose. He's acting like the world, everyone's acting like the world's coming to an end because he has a bloody nose. Just get over it already, France. You can't just waste the whole rest of the time in the game. You can and you are, obviously. What's my best position on the sofa? Well, I've got a lot of good possible positions on the sofa. But I'm going to go with this one. Watch. You're going to see some real relaxation brand stretch out time. Check this out. What do you think? Pretty relaxing looking, huh?
It's Monday, right? Did you get to email Dr. Ingram?
I did.
And?
And why don't you go get a paper towel?
God, I'm sorry.
France has wasted so much time that they've gotten themselves a time-wasting yellow card now. They don't. That's why I have to have this additional ottoman here, which is actually my musician's chair, which happens to be just the right height. See? Pretty good, huh? Rachel doesn't need an additional foot holder upper like I do. Oh my God. Number 10, will you stop your whine complaining? You're just complaining so much. Anyway, the stream's about to come to an end because this game's about to come to an end. But we'll give it a little bit of time. Yeah, it's a good recliner. Also, this part, if I were to move these things away from here, this part lifts up like that, see? And the chair is so long that even though I'm 6'5", I can stretch out end to end on it with my head on this thing. Granted, I'd rather do it over here because of Rachel's table right here. But normally, instead of doing that, I just have this part down. And you know, plus 9 minutes. My leg guy from SpongeBob. Do I know when I'm going live next? I don't know for sure, but I do know that tomorrow I'll have Adderall. So. I'll have to watch that later.
Anywhere will do, really, by Saliba there.
Oh.
Lima would not have put more into it since he's come on. Giroud thinks he was fouled.
Yellow card.
No, I was going to be administered. Damn so.
I forgot to turn the volume back off. That's gonna be a yellow. That totally doesn't deserve to be a yellow though, but it was anyway. Right. Basically, yes, Jonathan Earl. Basically, that you've got it right. No, I don't think the middle one can recline. Just the two side ones. It's not meant to go up. Um, so that a third person can sit in the middle. It's so that you can lie down on it. You know. Chloe hates her cat's nose hairs. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. No, because they don't upload, they process. You can, however, edit out the questionable parts afterwards. Well, you have a non-reclinable. I mean, the thing you remember though, Keisha, also is you can't get a lot more flat than this, right? This is pretty flat. Oops. There. So anyway, the point is, this is pretty flat. Well, I wanted to give credit to that hilarious question that I don't remember who it was who asked it, but they said, well, Eric, once I was running, this is stories from an ENFJ. Once I was running a shift at 3 a.m. and I was like, hey, I feel funny. Then I found out my pulse was 160 and my blood sugar was 2. I'm assuming 2 is not good. Um, Grady Wilson asked a great question. Have I ever tried to eat grilled rocks? No, I haven't, but now I want to. Two is very low. Mine should be fine. I've eaten a couple times today. I had Italian manicotti frozen dinner. Oh. Then I had sweet and sour chicken. Technically, if you put salt on your meat while grilling it, you have grilled. I have eaten grilled rocks. I guess I have. Then I've eaten grilled rocks. I will eat them again. They're my favorite meal ever. Austria, why do you look so inept? You're not gonna beat the French like that. Man, those manicottis by Michelangelo Meals are very delicious. They're probably not as delicious as the manicotti at Casabianca's Italian food. Italian lasagna flavors. but nevertheless. Come on, Austria, it's not over yet. You can tie it up. France is on the back heel at the moment. Let's go. Try harder. Oh. I hate to be a nitpicker, but I'm pretty sure that salt is a mineral. No one wants a nerd, Jonathan Earl. No one wants a nerd. Okay? Nerd. What do you think about that, Jonathan Earl? Did I hurt your feelings by calling you a nerd? Basically, I got told that one time in high school when when someone lit a match on this field trip we had, and I said it smells like red phosphorus. And they basically are like, it smells like matches, you nerd. I don't know if Casabianca has manicotti, but if they do, I'll trust it to be delicious.
Smells like matches, you nerd.
I know, right?
Really?
Most pasta dishes are just mac and cheese. You're not wrong, Chanel. They're just variations on mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you looking good?
Thanks.
Let's see how much more time is there in this game. Is it over now? Oh, it's over. Okay. Well, the French won with their cheaty ways.
Really?
It wasn't unusually more cheaty than normal, really. It's just the same kind of like, once they got a lead, it's like let's waste a bunch of time, pretend to be hurt. They were worse than the Italians, actually, I think, and they're pretending to be hurt today.
Those French.
Yep. So anyway, that's the end of the game. That's going to bring us to the end of this live stream. I'm thinking something along the lines of some kind of nap for myself. Rachel, you look like you just got dressed.
Yeah, but it's okay. I can go back into bed with you. I don't mind. You know that.
Okay. And then maybe later on we will potentially go into town, get things from the hardware store. We could do that. Or we could do that tomorrow. Either way. Until tomorrow, see you later. Hasta la vista. And goodbye for now.